What's the worst thing a teacher ever destroyed in front of you? The back of my sketchbook was off limits. Everyone knew that. I kept a rubber band around that section just in case. But when Mrs. Harmon collected our sketchbooks for grading, I forgot to check. I forgot the rubber band had snapped last week. I remembered when I heard her voice. What on earth is this? She was at her desk, holding my sketchbook open to the back section. My heart stopped. Mrs. Harmon, please don't. Is this a joke? She held it up. Stick figures, crayon drawings, a lopsided dog, a house with scribbled smoke coming out the chimney, two people holding hands under a yellow sun. It's not the assignment, I said. I know, I can see that. She grabbed the corner of the first page. Please, don't touch those. Rip, Mrs. Harmon, you think you can waste my time with this? Rip, stop, please. You don't understand. I understand perfectly. She crumpled two pages together and threw them toward the trash can. You turned in a joke instead of taking this class seriously. They're not a joke. Please, I'm begging you. Stop. Mrs. Harmon, please listen to me. She didn't listen. She grabbed another page and ripped it clean out. Those aren't part of the assignment. Rip, maybe next time you'll take my class seriously. Something in me snapped. I don't remember standing up. I don't remember walking to her desk. I just remember grabbing my sketchbook out of her hands and shoving her backwards. She stumbled, caught herself on the edge of the desk. The room gasped. Assault! She screamed it like I'd stabbed her. He just assaulted me! You're getting expelled! I didn't care. I dropped to my knees and started pulling pages out of the trash can. Crumpled, torn, ruined. I tried to flatten them, but my hands were shaking too hard. Then I saw it. The one she'd ripped in half. Two stick figures holding hands. One big, one small. Me and Big Bruther, written in purple crayon at the bottom. She never could spell brother. I used to tease her about it. She'd laugh and say Bruther sounds funnier anyway. The page was torn right down the middle, right between the two figures, right between me and her. That's when I broke. I sat on the floor of that classroom holding the two halves of my little sister's last drawing, and I couldn't hold it in anymore. She's dead. It came out as a sob. My little sister is dead. Mrs. Harmon was still yelling, but her voice faded into nothing. She had leukemia. She was 8 years old. She died in January. I held up the torn pieces. Every night we'd sit on her bed and draw together. She'd use the back of my sketchbook. I'd use the front. It was our thing. Just me and her. The room was dead silent now. Even Mrs. Harmon had stopped talking. This was the last thing she ever drew. The night before, she went back to the hospital for the last time. She was so weak she could barely hold the crayon, but she finished it, handed it to me and said, keep it forever, okay? Promise? My voice cracked. I promised her I would. I looked up at Mrs. Harmon, tears running down my face. I promised her, and you ripped it in half. Nobody breathed. Then a girl in the front stood up. He told you to stop. Another. He begged you. You didn't even ask what they were. You just kept ripping. One by one, they rose. The whole class. 22 students on their feet while Mrs. Harmon pressed herself against the whiteboard like she was the one in danger. Sit down. Everyone sit down right now. Nobody moved. I got up, wiped my face, looked past her at the black portfolio on the shelf. Her life's work. 20 years of sketches and paintings. She said if anything ever happened to it, she'd be devastated. Said they were